DA hike for central government employees could touch as much as 50% as per the Consumer Price Index for industrial workers. The Dearness Allowance is likely to increase to 50% for central government employees soon. The data is published by Labour Bureau, a wing of the Ministry of Labour, and the DA component, remember, of the salary of central government employees is aimed at easing the impact on inflation and impact of inflation on salaries. Now, if the DA hits a 50% ceiling, their allowances and components of the salary are also likely to be increased as per the provisions of the 7th Pay Commission, which could lead to a significant jump in salaries for central government employees if and when that happens. Krishna, it's going to be great news, of course, for central government employees who could be looking at a 50% jump in DA.
Right. What's going to happen possibly, we're not sure of this, based
all
on
of it in the realm of speculation and possibilities.
Speculation is that the DA percentage, what is going to happen possibly is that the DA percentage, the Dearness Allowance percentage of their salary could hit 50%, which currently is at 46%. What happens when Dearness Allowance hits 50% is that a bunch of other things in the salary, like you're mentioning, the HRA, house rental allowance, children education allowance, and other things, they all correspondingly increase. When the DA hits 50% of the paycheck, what it means is that your HRA will touch 30% at the highest. There are three categories of cities. There's X, Y, and Z, X being the highest. So X, Y, and Z, 30%, 20%, and 10% will be the component of HRA or house rent allowance in those salaries. What it will eventually mean is that the more take home for central government employees, and that's the reason why we're discussing this. And two things you need to bear in mind. One is the fact that this will be based on the recommendations of the 7th Pay Commission, and as you're rightly pointing out, this is purely a function of the inflation data which the Labour Bureau, which is a department of the Ministry of Labour, puts out on a monthly basis. And according to the latest figures, we understand that the inflation levels are such that the DA will become 50% of the salary. Also, bear in mind, from the last 6th Pay Commission onwards, there has been an effort to de-link. So the question they ask is that if the DA becomes 50% of your paycheck, so is the DA going to merge with the basic salary? But that is not likely to happen, because the DA has clearly been de-linked from the basic salary, and the DA will have its own course to track based on the inflation data. So that is one part of this entire hike of DA to 50% of a central government employee's paycheck. And second thing, very important to remind everybody, that it's not just for current central government employees, it's called a DA when you get as a salary, for all pensioners as well, for central government pensioners as well, where it's called a DR or Dearness Relief. So this is good news for both existing central government employees and pensioners. So it's fantastic news for all those. And what will most likely happen, there are reasons why we can expect this to happen, because last time around when there was a hike in DA, it happened, or it was announced on the 24th of March 2023. With effect from January 1st, 2023. Yes, of course, there was another DA hike, which was witnessed in October 2023, which was again announced in October 2023, which took effect from July 1st, 2023. So we are in the month of March. So definitely, the signs are very good that there could possibly be another Dearness DA hike. So that's another thing to keep in mind.
Perhaps expect some lump sum if it happens in March, in effect from January. So a DA hike of 50% is what is in the making, possibilities of which are coming out as per data that is emerging from Labour Ministry at the moment, which will be put in place not just for existing employees but also for pensioners. Central government, of course, central government pensioners who are likely to be the beneficiaries of that DA hike.